would like to say to Steve, we are going to miss you here on the committee. We're doing a great job. So I'm sure we're not be the last of this.
Oh no, I will.
And you already know it's been wonderful to serve with you for my God, how many years? Over 10, I think. So it's been good to be up here with you. So you will be missed as well. Welcome and honor for the opportunity continues.
The Public Safety Committee has not met since our last meeting. We will be meeting next weeks, but we're looking forward to swearing in our two new officers tonight, our trip. So that's pretty much all I've got for now.
Great. And I do have a report, and seeing this is the last time with the bully pulpit, I'm going to take a little.
Oh, do it.
No, well, I think at the last meeting, December 15th, I thanked almost everyone, and that was sincere. I'm not going to do it again. But there was one person that I perhaps glossed over that I didn't give the proper recognition that I think she deserved, and that is Suzanne. That is it. The people who made my terms as councilperson, as mayor, meaningful and special. You are we're near the top, and you're in that small group. You've been in my corner since the beginning, from day one. I run 5 elections. I think I've had a fundraiser at your house 5 times. You and your husband John have opened up your heart and your home to everything. The Bell House, etc. Even before you got on, you hit the ground running here. You've done a great job. There, Mandy, wonderfully. Big issues. You did the research. You were diligent, and you were second on water where we closed. Done so much. And when the waters were choppy, and at times they were, I could count on you, and you were a friend. I value that.
Thank you, Barry. It's my pleasure to see you.
And Amy, Matt, and Tyler, as I said on December 15th, I'm truly excited for the 3 of you. Tyler, we knew that your time was coming, right? Many years ago, we knew. And we're excited that tonight is the time and the night, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Matt, you've been great. You've been a friend. You bring so much to the council. I'm thrilled that you decided to run again. You're going to serve Allendale. And to Amy, I am so excited for you. As a fellow Highlands alumni from one to the other, you've done great things. You're going to do wonderful things as mayor. I am honored to pass the proverbial torch to you. And with that, that's the end of my report. Staff reports, Mr. Wiss.
No formal report, Mayor. Just going to say that it has been my pleasure and honor to work with you and with Steve, and I will miss both of you. And again, wish everyone a very happy New Year.
Great. Thank you very much. Linda?
Yes. I had a great year having started in the clerk's office the end of May of 2022. I just want to thank you very much to the mayor and council for trusting me as the borough clerk of Allendale.
Great. And you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ron?
Simple. Steve, thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you.
You too, Ron. Thank you.
With the military signs and the street signs.
Oh yeah.
That was your first baby. That was my first time in the office borough. Ari, just a wonderful mayor and one point a great friend. Pleasure to serve with you and grow great on different stuff. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. I feel the same way. Now, Lisa, I saw her. Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much. Keep going.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor. My most exciting part of tonight will be swearing in of our two new officers. Please recruit John Rubino, batch 251, and please recruit Mark Dunn Sr., batch 252. It's been a long number of consecutive badge numbers since 2002. So these are 3 new officers in my tenure as chief. So thank you for the mayor and council for the continued support.
Thank you. For webmaster 19, Tyler Yacarino, no report this evening. Okay, I think we'll be hearing from you later, though.
We do have a new camera, but I will let John.
And Director of Communications, John Gill.
On the Borough Council chamber front, as you can see, we have a new camera, new dais set up, and we're going to continue to upgrade to provide transparency and open up our council meetings to even people who can't come. You can watch from home during any time. Mayor Ari, Councilman Sasso, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you these last 2 years. And to Amy, Matt, and Tyler, I look forward to working with you in the new year. That's my report.
Pleasure. It's for about I say it's time. You, my friend, that's my friend. You are very friendly. You know, we've been together for more years. Like we walked in, she's known you basically her entire life. I think she voted for you in that council in 6th grade.
It was for who it was.
She was the one. Okay, so congratulations on 14 years and 15 years of service here. You have your hair back then? Yeah, because everyone right here in the meeting, you've done a tremendous job as councilman and as minister. You steered this county through COVID. You and I worked together on that for several years, several years here. So you've done a terrific job. You know, I think the world of you.
Thank you, thank you. Don't go anywhere. I told you when we ran into each other a couple weeks ago, I sung your praise, December 15th. And from the heart, and you have been wonderful. You're a friend, and I know I can call you as a friend, but when I called you as the mayor, when the chips were down, when we lost power, whenever it was, you were there, you picked the phone, you helped out. There were times you would call me and say, just checking in, Mayor, I wanted to make sure you were doing okay and the town was doing okay. When I think of you, not only your dear friend Patty as well, but you exemplify what it means to be a public servant in New Jersey. I am honored to call you a friend and thrilled to call you our assembly.
Thank you. Tonight is not about me, my friend. It's about Amy and about former mayors here who have just set the bar for public service. This town is special. I say it every time I come here. I say it to the mayor back here. This is a happy place. You are all blessed to be here. And this town is blessed to have you as mayor for the last 4 years. Before that. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So, with that, anyone else? Not seeing anyone. Okay, we request a motion to adjourn the regular session. So moved. Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye. Good evening. The time is 7:30 p.m. and this is the January 5th, 2023 reorganization meeting of the Allendale Mayor and Council. Welcome to everyone who is joining us tonight in person and via Zoom webinar. At this time, I ask the public present to please mute your devices so as not to distract from the business of the meeting. There will be one opportunity for those present to speak during this meeting, and we will advise you at the appropriate time. The Open Public Meetings Act announcement. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, the notice requirements have been satisfied. The meeting dates for the year are confirmed at the annual meeting, are posted on the public bulletin board in the municipal building and on the borough website, published in the record within the first 10 days of the new year, and copies are sent to the Ridgewood News and Star Ledger. Notice of this meeting by the December 16th, 2022 Sunshine Notice was sent to the record, the Ridgewood News, the Star Ledger, and has been posted on the public bulletin board in the municipal building and borough website. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda, we have the swearing in of elected officials. The Bergen County Clerk's Office certified their general election on November 21st, 2022. On November 8th, 2022, Allendale voters cast 1,971 ballots for Amy Wilczynski to serve a 3-year term as mayor. At this time, Amy Wilczynski will be sworn in as mayor of Allendale by Mayor Emeritus Liz White.
Yep, come on, Mom, come on down here. Okay. Come on, Ellie. All right, up here. I'm gonna come on this side here. I'm gonna come on this side. She's out. Here it is. So, hello. We're gonna stand this way now. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna put your hand, take your right hand. Okay. You don't see her.
We have one thing right.
Yeah. Here she is. Stand here. How honored I am to swear my dear friend in, and how happy I am that the glass ceiling is broke and we no longer have to say, you're the second female mayor. So congratulations. Thanks. Okay, would you please state your name?
I, Amy Wilczynski,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of mayor
of mayor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
One more.
Big fonts.
Oh, it's on that wall. She has to say this one has the same. She says it's okay. But you know, a lot of them are down. Oh, that's crazy. That's to see.
She signed.
No, because Liz has to sign.
Here, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. It is truly an honor to see so many familiar faces, friendly faces, friends, family here in support of me, my fellow councilmates, and all of our volunteer organizations. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for you all for your faith in me to be your mayor. It's an honor and it's a privilege to serve this wonderful community in this new capacity. I will work hard and I promise to always do my best. I look forward to serving alongside our amazing staff, volunteers, and our fellow council members. I would like to especially thank my husband and my family who have seen the sacrifices that this job can have over the years, and my parents, my sissies, who have always been in my life supporting me on the side. We have a few mayors in the room. We have Mayor Emeritus Barra and Mayor Emeritus White, who I constantly call and look to as my mentors and for advice all the time. And now Mayor Bernstein. And thanks to Assemblyman Chris DePhillips for always being by our side. And D40, you are worked tirelessly for our district. So you're just amazing. We have an amazing team. I look forward to working with everyone to make positive changes in the borough. And I promise you that each of us here are here because we want to make Allendale a better place during our term from when we started. And we will continue to work hard to make our community better, more resilient, and always fiscally strong moving forward. So now we're lucky to have two great guys that are also ready to be sworn in by Mayor Emeritus Bernstein. We're going to start with Councilman Matt O'Toole.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I will bear true faith to the governments established in the United States and the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, justly perform all of the duties of councilman, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Old pose.
And now I would like to call up Tyler Yacarino and his family. And before I do, I just have to say that Tyler has been wanting to be a councilman since he is 18 years old. And I forget sometimes that he is my children's age because he is such a poised young man and has really done such a great job for this borough. He deserves to be up here. He's going to make an awesome councilman. I'm looking forward to working with you and you being on our team. So Come on up with your folks.
I, Tyler Yacarino, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Of the state of New Jersey,
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
thusly perform
all of the duties of councilman
all the duties of council
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Our youngest council person ever. Fred, you can fact check me, make sure that's correct.
I bet you already have.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have our resolutions, which we will read separately. Thank you, sorry.
Roll call.
Linda, may you please conduct a roll call?
Councilwoman Homan. Here. Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Here.
Councilman O'Connell.
Here.
Councilman O'Toole.
Here.
Councilman Yakarino.
Here.
And Mayor Wilson.
Here. Now we have resolutions 23-01 through 23-08, which will be considered separately. The first one, resolution 23-01 is just to approve the order of voting. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2301?
So moved, Holman.
Section.
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Homan.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Resolution 23-02, elect council president. I have a motion for resolution 23-02.
Mayor, I would like to nominate Councilwoman Liz Hellman for council president.
Excellent choice.
Can I say a little something?
Yes, you may.
How can I get a second first,
Second.
please? For the past year, I was Liz's second on the water. And I must admit, it was a steep learning curve. And I will readily confess that I did not reach the peak of that curve. But you know what? I really didn't have to. I haven't seen someone more committed than Liz to studying a topic. That being the sale or not of our water system. And then immersing herself in it and educating the rest of us. And the meetings and the research and the phone calls and the follow-up. Liz dedicated hundreds of hours to this town's benefit. As Allendale Council people here, we don't receive compensation, but we do sometimes get rewarded. And those rewards are predominantly appreciative words now and then from our fellow borough residents. When we've helped to fix something or to improve something, or to act as a true public servant in the best interests of our tax-paying residents. We are blessed, really blessed to be a part of that. So as a grateful Allendale resident, one of many here tonight, we would like to thank Liz for epitomizing a true volunteer, working hard on behalf of the best interests of us all. I gladly nominate her for council president. Thank you.
I can't say no. So yeah.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Resolution 23-03, approving time and place of the mayor and council meetings for 2023. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved, O'Connell.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Resolution 23-04 is to appoint all our borough professionals, including Ray List. Next to us. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. So.
Second, Holman.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Abstain.
Resolution 23-05 is to confirm standing committees. May I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Owen.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Resolution 23-06, appoint standing committees, and I'd like to just quick review them. Our Finance, Human Resources, and Admin, Councilwoman Lovasolo is the head, with Councilwoman Liz Homan as her second. Water, Sewer, and Public Utilities, Councilwoman Homan is the head, with Councilman Yakarino as her second. DPW, Public Works, Councilman O'Connell is the head, with Councilman O'Toole as the second. Facilities, Parks, and Rec, Councilman Yakarino is the head, and the second is vacant. We hope to fill that in January. And Land Use will be Councilwoman Lovasolo for now as the second, but we're looking to fill the head. And Public Safety, Councilman O'Toole as the head, and Councilman O'Connell as his second. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Holman.
Second, O'Connell.
Councilman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Resolution 23-07, appoint Fire Chief Dave Baez. Do I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
And resolution 23-08, appoint fire official as Kevin Todd. May I please have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell,
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
So now we get to swear in our fire department. So will the members of the fire department please come forward, and we will swear you in all together. We're going to do this together. I state your name. The Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
State of New Jersey.
That I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
the governments established
in the United States
in States
and in this state,
and in this
under the authority of the people.
authority.
And that I will faithfully, impartially,
Partially,
and justly perform
justly perform
all the duties of the, according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Oh, yes.
And can I see the Allendale Volunteer Ambulance Corps?
See, this is.
I don't know who's there, Sam.
I thought it's fine for you, right?
On Bible, right? Okay, right? Please. Solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
That I will support.
that I will support
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States,
State of New Jersey.
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
And allegiance to the same.
and the states,
And to the governments established.
to the governments established
In the United States.
in the United States
And in this state.
and in this state,
Under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
And that I will faithfully.
and I will faithfully,
Impartially.
justly perform
All the duties of.
and all the duties of
According to the best of my ability.
first to the best of my
So help me God.
ability. Yeah. Or my name.
Introduce yourself, okay? Well,
Morgan.
Linda Morgan, yep. Stephanie's not there. Our area. Let's just make sure you don't lose that. Greg Bilstra. Jose. Dennis. Karen. Yeah. And Stephanie. The signature? Yes. And signature and the name of the stuff. Okay.
That's fair.
Sorry, I'm just tripping through. Oh, sorry. So much.
Thank you.
So Dennis is 70. Dennis is more.
Thank you.
No. So this is. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're good.
Yeah, I had that over here.
Okay, but then no one signed it, so they need to give you the sign too. And sign it.
I wrote it on.
Yeah. Next, we have the mayor's appointments. The land use board, Ron Kistner will be added for another year. And we also have, new members, Don Dalla and Frank Pertino. For the library board, Jim Wright will serve another 5 years along with Bill Webb. And Melissa Duncan as our library board superintendent representative. And Suzanne Lovasola will be the borough liaison to the library. We have our Allendale Sports Alliance members, Bridget Egan and Rich LeBlanc, who have been on the sport for many, many years, and new members, Chris Coleman, Tim Roy, and George Mamunis. And we have our borough historian, who just came on board last year for another year, Fred Lynn. Allendale is a wonderful town of volunteers, and we appreciate everybody serves and takes part in this town. Next, we have an introduction to ordinance 23-01. It's an ordinance to amend chapter 53, which is the officer employees salary adjustments. So I would request a council member to make a motion to introduce and pass the first reading of ordinance 23-01. And set a hearing for January 19th, 2022 at 8 p.m. or soon thereafter in the council chambers of the Allendale Municipal Building.
So moved.
Second, Lovasolo.
Linda, will you please read the title of the ordinance and conduct a roll call? Ordinance 23-01, an ordinance to amend chapter 53 of the Code of the Borough of Allendale, officers and employees, to fix the salaries, wages, and compensation of the officers and employees of the Borough of Allendale for the year 2023. Councilwoman Homan? Yes. Councilwoman Lovasolo?
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell?
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino?
Yes.
Next, we have our consent agenda. These are routine resolutions for rework. Resolutions 23-09 through 23-64. May I please have a motion?
So moved, Holman.
Second.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Is there any unfinished business? Okay, so for new business, we have some exciting new business. Actually, we have swearing in of the police officers. I'd like to invite Chief Dylan and John Rubino III and their family to come up. Like to hold the Bible. It's your left hand on the Bible. And state your name.
I can help.
Solemnly swear
Where
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States. Bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to
to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
Sorry.
Signature name of that part. Yeah.
I'll be signing. Can I have a motion for that resolution? Sure. We'll do that. Second. Homan.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo,
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Next, we have resolution 23-66 to authorize to hire police officer Mark Dunn. May I? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Homan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Right, last one. Solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of a police officer according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Yeah, done again.
Yes, Tuesday is.
Oh. We have, so I have a long report. I'd just like to say we have a lot going on for a small little town, as you can see this room is with lots of people. There's lots of exciting changes in our police department. We've got scaring of our two police officers, which we're so happy. We also have new leadership. Chief Mike Dillon has been at the helm for a year and is already making positive changes. We just sold our water system thanks to Councilwoman Homan and her team, and we'll be upgrading our infrastructure and putting PFAS treatments in soon. And we also just closed on 220 West Crescent, right to the end of the lawyers and made this happen, including Vince Barrett, who's also a lawyer. But it was a long, arduous process, but it will be wonderful. It will soon be demolished. For those who don't know, it is the former Black Miller property. It will be demolished by the end of the year. Oh, I didn't mention the budget here. Sorry. It will be demolished by the end of the month. And we will be building a brand new community center, and we will be building 70 condo units there. So we're really excited about that. And we've already set up several meetings for our committees. So this team, I think, is ready to hit the ground running. So we're really excited to get started. So thank you, everybody. Right. So now we are going to do council committee reports. We're not going to pretty much go down the line, but if anybody into council member has anything to say or to speak, now, please. Comments, anybody?
I would just like to express my heartfelt thanks to everyone who makes it possible for me to sit up here. First and foremost, thanking my wife, Joanna, and my daughters, Aaron and Tara. It takes a lot of time and a lot of commitment, and there's not usually a whole lot of grumbling when I'm going out the door to another meeting, taking another phone call. I'd also like to thank my parents who are at everything that myself and my siblings have done. Thank them for everything they've instilled in me, the values that I try to bring to this position. Thank you to all my friends and neighbors who feel that I deserve another chance of finally thank you to everyone up here for all your help and support. Appreciate you guys. Tyler, congratulations. We all knew this day was coming, and I'm very happy to be up here. Thank you.
Anybody else?
First to they're newly elected and re-elected. First, congratulations, Mayor Bozinski. You have worked so hard as a councilman for so many years. You dedicated countless hours in the borough of Allendale, whether it was Pressway or 220, 230, or any number of things you've researched and worked on. You care about this borough and seeks the things for a successful result. And I have no doubt you'll be in this. Quick moment to my friend, Councilman Matt O'Toole, back for another term. While we have similar opinions on so many things, I've always appreciated the different ways we often view things. You have a measured and steady approach to issues and challenges, and it's no wonder you successfully run marathons, because one of your enduring strengths is to stay committed to things together. I'm so happy to serve. And Tyler. If I can get through this case. I'm so proud, like proud mom up here. You were a classmate of my oldest daughter, but it's really been the past 7 years that I've gotten to know you. In that time, we have done everything possible to demonstrate your dedication to this borough and the organizations and groups that you are a part of. You are so many people's go-to person when they need help or an answer to a borough question. You fully understand the obligation and the privilege it is to serve the people of Allendale. It is my honor and one of the proudest moments I think I'm going to have on council to welcome you as councilman.
Anybody else?
Liz, would you want to go first? Okay, thank you. First and foremost, I think you have to thank everybody in this room. We're all here tonight because we want what's best for Allendale. We have a great passion for our town, for our community, for our neighbors, for everyone up here, and for everyone here tonight. We're all here for one reason, because we want what's best for Allendale. I'd like to congratulate again my running mates this year, Mayor Wilzinski, Councilman O'Toole. It's an honor, privilege to be here with you, along with Councilwoman Holman, Lola Solo, Councilman O'Connell. It's really this governing body, past and present, that has done so many wonderful things, including Mayor Barra, Mayor White, Mayor Bernstein, Councilman Sasso, that have done so many wonderful things for this town. And I know that we're going to continue just that up here together, whether it be in committee or making great additions and changes for the borough, which I know under Mayor Wilzinski's leadership will be profound. For me, the journey to council started in this room at that table 8 years ago on a morning in February, when I had communicated with the late great Bob Hatch, who was one of the reasons, along with Suzanne, that I'm here this evening, along with everyone else. And it was from that moment in this room that I knew that I needed to involve myself with this community, involve myself with this borough. I worked in Borough Hall for 5 years. I've been involved with so many different community organizations, seeing all the different aspects of this town, and to tie it all together, I know that I'm ready to take the next step as councilman here in the borough of Allendale. I'm ready to meet to the challenges and to work with everyone to continue making Allendale a great place to live. And I'd like to thank you all again so much for your support, and know that great things for all of us are to come. So thank you all again.
So echoing what really everybody has expressed, that we do have an incredible community of, the police department, the fire department, the ambulance corps, surge, holiday observers, if you list them all, we really are an amazing community. And, it is a pleasure to see everybody, out in the streets or up the high school or wherever, because everybody does really volunteer and work in this community with their heart first. So it's awesome. And it's so great that this room is so full on a night when we do, get to say, hey, congratulations. Thank you for serving, to Amy and to Matt and to Tyler coming on here. Because, oftentimes this room is empty, which, everybody's got a lot of things to be doing, but it's so nice that everybody turned out in order to welcome them, to welcome our new policemen onto the force. That's awesome to be able to swear in everyone. Yeah, to be able to swear in everybody into the fire and the ambulance. So thank you so much. And Amy, it's going to be fun. We've been on a long journey together, and it's just being led by a wonderful person that we would like. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, now we will have the staff reports. If anybody has a staff report to comment on, please.
Council President, look forward to continuing. Matt, Tyler, congratulations. Forward to working with you with our council. Thank you.
Thanks, Ray. Anybody else? So now we have public comments. The floor is open to the public on any matter. I'd like to advise anyone who wishes to speak and be heard to state their name and address for the record. They will have 3 minutes to speak. Oh, sorry.
Hello, good evening, Mayor Wilzinski. Sarah Lola.
Address, please. Your address for the record.
Field Hedge Lane, Goldsboro, New Jersey. Good evening, Mayor Wilzinski and Council. I'm here this evening as a member of Allendale Waldo PBA 217 and as past president of the PBA and as a member of the Allendale Police Department. I'd like to address you all regarding the concerns of the membership of the local, but more specifically, the officers of the Allendale Police Department in regards to the lack of the adequate number of supervisors in the Allendale Police Department. The Allendale Police Department has been without one sergeant since October 2021 due to injury. That the second sergeant since July of this year, who officially retired on November 1st. During this time, we've had only 2 sergeants, leaving 2 squads working without proper supervision, while increasing the number of officers in the department with no lieutenants or captains. Sergeant Griffith and I
along with Chief Dillon, have requested at meetings of the Public Safety Committee, make promotions within the department that presently exist from the testing process that you or the previous council had authorized to fill that vacancy left by Sergeant Prop. I would also request that with the other sergeant presently out on disability, that you promote 2 officers on the existing promotional list without delay, so we have adequate supervision within the police department. The lack of supervisors in the police department make an obvious concern for the police officers and residents of the borough of Allen. As a supervisor, myself, with 28 years of law enforcement experience, it is imperative that officers always have a clear chain of command to turn to when questions or concerns arise. Having 2 squads presently working with no supervisors assigned to them can lead to potential liability issues for the officers and the borough. The last we were told was the borough was waiting for the new council seated. Congratulations to you all. Now that you've taken your seats on the council, pardon me, I hope they would see to it that these 2 sergeant positions are immediately filled and we waste no more unnecessary time. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just making some comment. This great night. We're here tonight, really. For good tonight. So recognize Sandy, here. Tyler. You said that Tyler wanted this is 18, Lee. Well, can we agree 8 years old?
Oh, yeah.
I just want the record to reflect. But today it's this is a fabulous. We love it. We've all been here. We've been through the tough times, but most people do. It's like my daughter. You earned it. You and I work very closely together. You are one of the brightest, working, and the toughest individual that I know that I never run across in government. And the saga that we went through, 2020 through 30, no one in this town would ever appreciate what he did. And you had me moved with 6 lawyers, no offense, Ray, and I know they told me I was a lawyer also, but I'm not a retired. But how you heard the cast, lawyers, architects, construction people, developers, and you brought this thing to the finish line, and it was no easy task. It was an incredible undertaking. Never appreciate what you did for, but those of us that were involved in that, you will appreciate. I go down, one of the best mayors of the Bill's ever had. I know I'm raising the bar. Because I've seen you in very tough situations. Allendale. They go, we see one.
Oh my God, thank you. You don't even know what to say about it. It's so nice. And coming from you, Vince, I mean, like I said, I look up to you so much, and you have been such a mentor, honestly, to me throughout all this, and I would not be here without you as well. So thank you so much. Else that would like to come and speak?
up here for really guiding him along the way. Well, Ari, thank you for everything. Suzanne, you've always been there when I couldn't be. And then Pat, you're a great friend. Amy, thank you for the opportunity to that. And loves everybody, and he will do his very best. Thank you, everybody. Really.
I just want to reemphasize that my family has always been there. They know that every time I tell them I'm going to another meeting, so like, you have another meeting? So. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to speak? For the record, and your address.
And I just have a couple of statements and questions. And I'd like to address the public safety committees. The mayor of public safety committee, Chief Pollard, Assistant Chief Byers, and I attended a meeting on June 13th, 2022 to discuss the concerns we had regarding apparatus noise for the municipal. And to you never had a meeting. Remember what the next steps were after that meeting? Let's go through the timeline and then I have one question. So on June 13th, we met to discuss the deficiencies of 941 at the East Fire and Allendale. We agreed to hire a consultant to review 941 and its functional capabilities for the borough of Allendale. Around the towns, we utilized each company we contacted. June 17th, 2 vendors replied to our proposal. Fire apparatus consultants. July 1st, East West Fire Apparatus Consultants were chosen to provide the requested services. Proposal was sent to the mayor and the public safety committee. 27th, Municipal Approved sent a reply back saying they will respond soon. August 16th, I emailed Municipal Approved asking him for an update on his July 27th email. The date I have not received a response from Municipal Approved to my email. I watched all the borough's regular and work session meetings from June 16th to December 15th. As of today, it is only 6 months since that meeting, and we have received no word from the Public Safety Committee regarding that meeting or our proposal. It took you less than 2 weeks to hire a consultant to review the voting percentages in the firehouse. It took you less than 2 months to create a new ordinance and hire an individual to fill that new position created by the ordinance. You have no issue approving and moving forward with administrative. When it comes to public safety and firefighter safety, you have dragged your feet for greater than 6 months over a $6,500 project. 941 is outdated, too complex to operate or to properly function in the borough of Allen. The fighters and the public. Can you tell me the status of this request?
Okay, anybody else from the public wishing to speak? Hi,
Congratulations,
thanks, Ellen. Please state your name and
Ellen.
address.
Ellen Hillman, One Home. Just very brief. To be interference into the personal matters of the prior to the election that was to be held in November. And they postponed that election because there were possible paperwork errors. That time, the eligible voters would not have supported what appeared to be who were running for office, who would have been moving the department ahead and have professionalism. raising the bar, if you will. The borough postponed that election. They did not audit. There were found to be 4 additional members who would now vote. Good news. So the borough allowed the election to go forward. Now, on a side note, I don't know how the borough interferes into a volunteer organization in town and says you can or you cannot do an election, but that's another question. Right? The election takes place and there was a surprise outcome. And that was that there were a number of write-in ballots that supported new officers. Very shortly after that, the Borough Council, the Safety Committee came in and said, oh no, that election doesn't count. We're appointing new officers. We're appointing who we want. All right. And in fact, demoted some of the elected officers to lower ranks, which is inappropriate. I'm not sure why, what your reasoning is. I've communicated with each and every one of you. I'm not sure, Tyler, because I don't think you were on the email at the time, but I've communicated those questions. And once I mentioned the issue, which has been brought up by other people in the Department of Harassment and Bullying, the emails stopped. So I would ask you to look very carefully at what's going on, because while you may have won the war, you will surely lose the battle, because in the long run, by demoting officers, you provide no opportunity for growth in the department now for probably another 2 or 3 years, because there are credentials and requirements of service in the fire department that must be met before one can go to assistant and to chief.
Thank you. Anybody else from the public wish to speak? Not seeing anyone. I would request a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Owen.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.